Hey guys, this is RuRoniK95 here. Today, I'm going to be doing my updated collection of my Japanese manga collection because I have 19 titles that I got so far. And this is something that I haven't thought of doing one like this before, which I should have done until now. So, I have like almost half of my manga books that are in Japanese, though. So that's especially from the ones in tankobon, from like Jump Comics, Shonen Sunday, Flower Comics, what was that comic? Oh yeah, Super Jump Comics as well. Because I have, and there's also Kodansha Japan, especially the ones that are in these tankobon volumes. But there's some manga titles that I have for the Manga Authors highlight, especially for notable titles that I saved for, because once the reorganizing my manga collection comes, I should do it for the highlights as well. So, without any further ado, which is right here, right now, let's dive into the manga, what we have here. The first manga I got here, which is my first manga in Japanese I bought here, and that is Shingeki no Kyojin Junior High, Attack on Titan Junior High. Yeah, because if I could pronounce it. Yeah, this is serialized under Shonen Magazine Comics. Or Kodansha or something like that, yeah. However, this is printed in Japan, though. Yeah, because there's a lot more produced as well. However, this is basically Attack on Titan, but it's like actually part in the related media, though. But it takes place in a junior high setting, especially for a manga like this. But you all know what Attack on Titan Junior High is. I ain't going to talk about that, but y'all know what it is as well. And another manga series that I got right here, which is something that I have right here, that I got under Shonen Sunday, and that is Devil and Devil. I have volumes 11 and 12 thus far. I'm still missing are the first 10 remaining volumes of Devil and Devil, by the way, though. However, I could save this for my spot for Shonen Sunday comics, because these are one of those manga titles that were serialized in Shonen Sunday, because I need to reorganize my manga collection, because I have a feeling that I got one of these titles that are serialized under Shonen Sunday, but there's some that I keep for my manga highlights by authors as well, which we'll get to in just a moment as well. I got these as well because most of them are in Japanese, though. But overall, this came with a bookmark as well, especially if you're missing out the pages as well. Yeah, because I've never read this one, but I want to check it out as well, because... But overall, who published the manga? Well, who created the manga? Yuki Miyoshi. Yeah, this is my first Yuki Miyoshi manga, by the way. If there's other manga titles by Yuki Miyoshi out there, I could save it for also the Manga Authors highlight also as well, because I have a feeling that Manga Authors highlights are all going to come to me, especially like the Omnibus Collector did as well, particularly. If I'm not mistaken as well, in case you're wondering as well. And another manga series that I got right here, that I have right there in my collection as well. And these were part of Super Jump Comics under Jump Comics Deluxe in conjunction with Super Jump Comics, and that is Edo Bay Sushi Shokunen Kirara no Shigoto. Yeah, I got these. These were like $1 each when I bought those at a library book sale for like $1. Well, technically they were donated to the library though, because yeah, they were donated to the library because somebody wanted to add those as well, especially in the library book nook, especially in the where the donation area as well. Yeah, you can find these for like $7 at Kinokuniya bookstore as well. There's a whole bunch of them out there as well. Yeah, because however, yeah, this is actually my first Super Jump Comics manga titles. I can save it for the category under Jump Comics Deluxe as well, because I have a feeling I gotta find more titles under Super Jump Comics Deluxe on here, because there's a lot more out there as well. And yeah, it's like Food Wars, but sushi. But except they make sushi in that one as well. And another manga series that I continuously love, and this is actually one of my all-time favorite manga series. What I got right here that I have in my for no manga fan wouldn't be without Hokuto no Ken, Fist of the North Star, obviously. Yeah, because it's called Hokuto no Ken, because I had to get these as well, because most of them I got were from local anime specialty stores for like $6 each, though. But the other two I got were from half-price books, like Volume 8 and 17 are like $8 as well, because I had to get those because they were on sale as well, because no self-respecting manga collector wouldn't be without Fist of the North Star as well, because there's a lot of Fist of the North Star manga produced. However, they're also available in English that are published under Viz Signature as well. In my opinion, Fist of the North Star is the all-time important post-apocalyptic martial arts series as well. Yeah, because this has been spawned into these adaptations. Like, you have the anime TV series, the 1986 anime movie, as well as the video games as well. And there is also a spin-off called Fist of the Blue Sky, Souten no Ken, obviously. However, it was called Ken il Guerriero in Italy, especially in which is basically in Europe as well. Accordingly as well. However, there were versions of these also in English under the older Viz Media titles that I have. I got some of them as well, particularly because, however, this is part of the Jump Comics in section in Japanese as well, because why not? Because there's a lot more I need to get. Because I see ad for other ones, like I need to get such as City Hunter and Captain Tsubasa as well, because I just wanted to get more of them as well. Accordingly as well. Because I have a feeling of how this is new for me, though, especially of how there's some different arcs in the Fist of the North Star manga as well. Particularly because I would love to read more about this as well at this point. But there's a lot. But pretty soon I will. We'll go to Japan someday. Another manga that I got in Japanese, and this is part of Isaku Natsumi's series I got on here, that I have here, which I have, and that is Fire Punch, which I've shown you before in my previous videos as well. And of course, another manga series that I got right here. And I think this is the one that I found these at a library. No, not library. Half price books. Because these were like $5 each. Because they were cheap, though. Yeah. And that is, you guessed it, Inu Boku SS. Meison the Ayakashi. I got these were on sale though at half price books because this is part of Joker Comics, especially you see on the bind on there. There's more titles on there, especially of whatever I could find more of them out there as well. Especially whenever I can have it behind after the Manga Authors highlight as well. And another manga series that I got right here that I have been planned to read, and I'm guessing this is the one, which is part that I have for Manga Authors highlight that I got as well, and that is from Masakazu Katsura, and that is Eyes Pure. This is my first Eyes Pure manga under Jump Comics, but this is actually my first Masakazu Katsura manga. So I'm putting it for, especially for like notable manga as well, because highly recommend it for something whoever for manga author highlights as well. However, this manga is from the same creator that brought you Video Girl Eye as well, because this is my first Masakazu Katsura manga, by the way, because there's a lot more Masakazu Katsura manga as well. Ice Pure, yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, and highly recommend it for those who are reader. Highly recommend it for manga readers that ever define the fan service as well. Highly recommend it for older teens though. This is like in the older teen level or something. Almost as well. Highly recommend it to those. I'm going to have a lot of those because I have a feeling I'm getting to Manga Authors highlight, because this is my first Masakazu Katsura manga, because I have to save it for like the Manga Authors highlight. That's why. And also I have 3 of these other mangas from my all-time favorite manga series by one of my all-time favorite manga authors, Rumiko Takahashi, and that it is Ranma Nibon Noichi. Ranma 1/2, by the way. Yeah, if I could... Yeah, I can read it, though, because it says Ranma Nibon Noichi as well. Yeah, because these are printed in Japanese, though, because they're part of Shonen Sunday Comics, and they're from the manga author Rumiko Takahashi, who is the creator of Inuyasha, Meizan Ikoku, Yara Sayatsura, many of her famous works that are... This is one of the beloved works as well, particularly, because I have these for my Manga Authors highlight whenever I come by to reorganize my manga collection, whenever I can get those wall bracket ones as well, because I have a thing for that as well. Oh, I love this chapter, especially when Ranma was raged at Kuno's father, and Kuno's father said, "Oh my God," when it's in English in the Japanese edition. Interesting. Well, however, there were versions also available in English by Viz Media, though, as well. But this one, however, is more different as well. It's just whatever I come by for this as well. Yeah. especially whenever you're coming by to for old manga like this as well. Yeah. However, Ranma 1 has been adapted to the anime series as well as the couple of the movies, and you have the OVA series as well, particularly. Yeah, because yeah, this is one of those that I save for my manga authors highlight as well, particularly because I am getting into the thing for highlighting titles for most significantly like notable titles. This is the reason why. For a couple of that, I like the moments of the female characters in the Ranma 1 half. You know, specific characters have the charisma, like specific characters like Ukyo or Shampoo in the Ranma 1 half manga as well. Because I have a feeling that this at all has got to me though, for the most part. And another manga series that I got right here for the Jump Comics section in Japanese I got is Reborn. I got these are like 50 cents each at my library as well, because most of the first volume was like 390 yen. Volumes 35 to 37 were like 400 yen as well. Especially because, however, there were versions of these in English under Shonen Jump Advance, but they never finished the rest of the series in English though. This is all complete in Japanese though. But however, it's for my manga publisher's in Japanese highlight section as well, especially for manga publisher highlights as well, especially like the ones that they printed in Japan for the publisher highlights, if I could ever thought of one particularly. Yeah, because I just wanted to come by for that as well. Like most manga as well, like specific ones like publishers in Japan, especially Jump Comics in Japan though. And another manga series that I got right here, which is another one that I introduced, and that is Saint Seiya, another manga that I got right here, because this was on sale when it was like $6 as well. This is actually my first Saint Seiya manga I bought. I'm still requiring to get 16 remaining volumes of Saint Seiya. However, there were versions of these in English by Viz Media, though. But this manga came with a little advert thing. Let me see if it has it. Cool! Where it says Comics News on here. Cool. This came with a little advert thing. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Including Dragon Ball and the Momotaro, as well as other titles as well. Yeah. There's a lot more I can recognize. But not only you have that, but it's got an ad for the VHS releases of specific anime on there when they were on VHS. There's Kimiguri Orange Road and Captain Tsubasa, which those are when they were put out on VHS, where the prices were, I believe it was like 350,000 yen on there. Wow, this has got me to have a feeling that I would love to go to Japan someday as well, because I like to travel. One of these days I will travel to Japan at this point, because it would be great for me if I could go to Japan as well. Overall, another manga from manga author named Masami Kurumada. There's more That's another one I have for Masami Kurumada title I got for the manga author highlights as well. And also, another manga series that I got also right here, and that is Saint Young Men. These were like 50 cents, 25 cents each when I found those at a library as well. Which I have shown you in my previous videos, particularly. However, most of them are now available in English in those hardcovers, or by Kodansha now. However, I buy those for the novelty of it, because I always get it for the whole variety of this as the novelty certain way. But not only it's part of the novelty way, but it's also for the manga. Who published the manga? Who wrote the manga? Hikaru Nakamura. Yeah, this is part of the Hikaru Nakamura titles. If I could get more titles from Hikaru Nakamura, it's also confirmed for my Manga Authors highlight also. And another manga titles that I have right here that I got are in Japanese, and that is Silver Spoon. I had to get these. This is also part of the Shonen Sunday comics as well. Also for the publisher section as well, because why not? Yeah, because they were cheaper, I got as well. And this is also published by manga writer and author Hiromu Arakawa. Hiromu Arakawa published this manga. There's more titles from Hiromu, what's his last name? Arakawa. Yeah, also confirmed as well. If I can find more titles from the same author, that'll be also confirmed for the Manga Authors highlight as well. And another manga series that I got right here, which I have right here, and that is Takumi-kun series as well, from manga authors Shinobu Goto and Kazumi Oya. Never heard of them. I found this at a library back in book sale because it was cheap though. And another manga I got from Isaku Natsumi, Tightrope, which I got because this was cheaper though. And also, the great examples of all manga for the Manga Authors highlights I got right here. And I'm guessing this is the one from Rumiko Takahashi, one of the all-time greatest manga series that I ever enjoyed, and that is none other than Yara Sayatsura. Yep, this is my favorite manga series. I mean, I just love the art style more than the anime, though. Well, the anime you have to be in the mood for, but the manga you can throw it in any time, though, as well. However, this was also in English when they were put out by Viz Media in the late 90s, early 2000s, where it's under the title as Yara Sayatsura Perfect Collection, where they're just basically putting chapters from the first 3 volumes of the original Yara Sayatsura manga, but it's missing some chapters from that they forgot to translate in English, though, as well as the 4th volume of the original Yara Sayatsura manga. Some of it's missing some chapters also, which is also in the Return of Yara Sayatsura manga as well. But now, Viz Media has brought back the Yara Sayatsura manga, which they're all translated it in English, which is under Viz signature as well, particularly. And that is pretty much of how I wanted to come by on how... this came with a bookmark. Yeah, because I was going to show you as well. Yeah, because I've done a review on this the first volume of the manga a while back as well. Because I need to reread volume 2 as well, because I have some good reading retrospect though. just for the novelty of it, for the reason of that as well. Because I got these because these were like at my local anime specialty store as well. However, Yara Sayatsura has been adapted to a 195 anime series in the 80s on October 14th, 1981. Like, probably around the same hour as D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds and Ulysses 31, as well as Beast King Go Lion and Dr. Slump as well. But Yara Sayatsura, on the other hand, has got even more attention the most as well, particularly. But I do love the manga art style from Rumiko Takahashi because it looks fascinating. That's why, particularly. And this is also part of my... And it's also run to the OVAs as well as 6 of the movies. And you got the 2022 Yara Sayatsura anime remake as well. Or reboot or whatever. However, the manga is worth time to read as well. And also it's part for my Manga Authors highlight as well. And another manga I got right here, which I have, is Vampire Princess Miu, which is called... Well, it's called Vampire Miu, which is Kyu Ketsushi Miu. Yeah, because I had to get this because I got this a while... This was only $5 at Half Price Books. Yeah, it's never translated in English in the West, though, because this is how I wanted to come by for having old manga as well. Yeah, this is part of... in conjunction with horror comics. I'm not sure if there's any more manga under horror comics out there. I mean, I would love to find those out there. This is how I wanted to come by for this. Yeah. However, this also adapted to the OVA and the TV series of the same name of this particular one as well. I do have the figure right as well because, in case you're wondering. And of course, another manga series that I got right here from another manga artist named Masakazu Katsura. Another manga title I have right here is Video Girl Eye from Masakazu Katsura. Another notable title that I have right here, especially for my Manga Authors highlights as well, because this is something that I have, because I got into the whole in-depth of how I've been... However, there were available in English under these older Viz titles as well, especially for a manga like Video Girl Eye as well. They're also available in English, especially I think these older Viz titles as well. However, I save it for the Manga Authors highlights as well. And another manga I have right here from Flower Comics, and that is Yasha from which I have here in my manga collection as well, from manga artist named Akemi Yoshida. This is my first Akemi Yoshida manga that brought you Private Onion, Banana Fish, Another Story, and Angel Eyes as well, or something like that. Yeah, because there's more titles for the Manga Authors highlight as well. And another manga I have right here at last is Yu Yu Hakusho, Volume 12. I have... Some of them are in English from Viz Media, though, because I had to get this because this was on sale at my local anime specialty store, though. And this is part of the Dark... This is... starts off in the Dark Tournament Saga arc as well. Yeah, this is the Dark Tournament arc in that one as well. In case you're wondering why as well, because... Wow... This is, from what I got as well, particularly, accordingly from what I learned as well. So that's going to be it for my updated collection of my Japanese manga collection here for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm going to say for this one. It makes sense that I got like 45 manga books in Japanese, 19 titles, as well as most of them I have got for notable titles for like from beloved manga authors, especially for the Manga Authors highlight, especially for like notable titles from specific authors like Yoshihiro Togashi, Rumiko Takahashi, and Masakazu Katsura as well, which those I'm guessing that I plan for as well, because I have a feeling I'm getting into the as well. Just like considering how I have Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and Dr. Slump, that's also part of the Manga Authors highlight for Akira Toriyama now also, because I have a feeling I'm going to get into the whole authors highlights as well, especially notable titles. That's why, because if you ever been thought of that as well, because I have a good reason of how I get into the whole highlighting of this as well. That's the thing, though, in case you're wondering as well. So that's 19 manga titles total, especially the ones I got were from like Kodansha Japan, Super Jump Comics, Flower Comics, Shonen Sunday as well. Shonen Sunday Comics as well as Joker Comics as well, accordingly, especially from these publishers that were in Japan, especially like the ones that were presented in like these tankobon volumes. But most of them, like for example, like the Saint Seiya Volume 17, it has that little colorful ad thing where it has an ad for these titles like on Japanese VHS releases, like specific anime like Kimaguri Orange Road and Cat and Tsubasa, which is on those VHS release ones, which is getting me to have a good feeling that I wanted to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan someday in the future as well, for the most part as well. But we'll talk about that another time, though. Hope to subscribe for more content, and if you be sure to click on the subscribe button, be sure to subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to my channel, especially if you're watching the channel, because I've been literally getting into Blu-rays as well as DVD and Blu-ray collecting as well. Everything from cult classics, world cinema, as well as other good, cool movies I like as well. And also smack the like button if you enjoyed the video, smack the notifications bell button, be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates on this video as well. And also be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below in this video as well. And also be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst. Feel free at your leisure at this point as well. And keep it otaku for this updated collection of my Japanese manga collection, because this is almost getting to have a feeling that I'm almost devoting exclusively of my bucket list travel planning of how I'm going to go to Japan, though. Especially because I've been literally going to get those anime figurines, though, because why not? Figurines is something is more I'm interested, though, because especially you get the ones that are from Japan, though, as well, because I have to avoid the bootleg ones from like Wish or AliExpress ones. I would just stick with getting the actual figurine ones from Japan as well, if I could go to Japan someday as well. Probably Yamato Shop, which is in Italy as well, in Europe as well. I would love to go to Japan and Italy someday. Those are the two on my bucket list of travels as well. That'll be subject for another time as well. So this is all I got for today now. That didn't take very well, though. This is Rurouni K95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is Rurouni K95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you soon for more videos. Take care. Bye.